Apologizing for? What is it that you said that you now recognize it was wrong?
So today was an educational journey for me. As far as mentioning the name Rothschild and things like that, it sends a lot of.
And that's how you know we're at the end, man. You know? Because this word is getting out and these Rothschilds being exposed and they getting scared to death, man. They're getting scared to death. Because they're being exposed, man. That's why you brothers out there gotta keep going in on these devils, man. Keep exposing these Rothschilds. Keep bringing that sign out. Keep cursing these Edomites out. Hey, the Most High got a problem with you, man. The Most High himself got a problem with you. Yahweh Shai got a problem with you. Hamashiach Yahweh Shai got a problem with you, man. And these societies going down. And the house of David getting raised up by Yahweh. There's nothing you can do about it, man.
What is it that you said that you now recognize?
This is beautiful, man.
So today was an educational journey for me. As far as mentioning the name Rothschild and things like that, it sends a lot of hatred feelings and to the Jewish community based on some stereotypes that they face on a daily basis, dating all the way back to the Holocaust and just some.
Yeah, talk about the Rothschilds as hate crime. What about our Holocaust, though? What about our Holocaust, man? More than 500 million Israelites murdered. So-called Negroes and Indians, man. Indigenous tribes. That's the real Holocaust.
To current date theories, conspiracy theories that people believe in reference to the Jewish community, and some of my comments touched on that. And
in reference to the Jewish community, like they ain't the real Jews. Revelations 2:9. You see that he's speaking with a forked tongue too, because Esau got his hand in his back pocket, man. I believe he's getting paid to say this, man. Seriously, I really do. Cause these devils getting exposed, man.
Definitely learned a lot today and looking to meet more with the Jewish leaders over the next couple of days. We're actually going to do something in Ward 8 coming up within the next 2 weeks to talk deeper about these issues facing the African American community and also the Jewish community.
Councilman, I can call you Trayon. I've known you that long. I mean, people are just stunned by these words coming from you of all people. I mean, to insinuate the Jewish people are somehow manipulating and in charge of the weather, the climate.
And how ironic his name is Trayvon White, you know. That's how these devils speak too, man. They speak through certain. They got the symbol, the eye, Lucifer, the eye of Horus, man. They got the eyes on you. Big brother has the eye on you. That's how these devils speak, man. Certain names, code names, you know.
And you put it on your personal Facebook page.
Well, Bruce, for one, I don't want to make light of anything I said, but
are somehow manipulating and in charge of the weather, the climate, and you put it on your personal Facebook page.
Well, Bruce,
and that's what we talk about in the streets, how they do manipulate. It's called heart, man. They've been had that. The chemtrails. They've been had that, man. They're spraying the people with poison, man. With poisonous fucking chemicals, man. This is reality. This is not fantasy, but they're putting in the media as this fantasy, you know.
for one, I don't want to make light of anything I said, but it was made in light during the conversation. That was part of the whole conversation, but I don't want to anyway belittle any comments that I made, so I don't give a lot of excuses. I want to own up to anything I've said and want to be apologetic to the Jewish community now and make amends. I've heard a lot from my Jewish friends, also my colleagues here on the council. So we are working through some of these issues right now.
Yeah, made in light. So you certainly don't believe this. That's what I'm hearing, correct?
No, I don't believe it. Yes, it was a part of a running conversation and actually involving the Rockefellers and things like that, and made a comment after someone else made a comment in a joking manner, which is totally unacceptable, and so I take ownership of it.
Is this a learning moment? I'll use this as an exit question because you did tell me beforehand that you had to go. Is this a learning moment? Because, often jokes are made about minorities, the stereotypes and that sort of thing. And when these things come to light, they're very hurtful. They're very painful. And as African Americans, we know this as much as anybody, correct?
I totally agree. I must admit I'm not well versed on the Jewish traditions or customs as I should be, and anything I've said to offend anyone because I've faced racist remarks towards myself and people in my community. So I'm deeply apologetic about this and sincere about it. I'm not just saying it because I'm on camera or because it's been exposed. That's not who I am, and I want to make an apology about it.
Okay, Councilman White, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Bruce.
And it turns out this education could have happened quite some time ago, because apparently this isn't the first time that Councilman White has used this kind of language. The Washington Post shared a video this afternoon from one of Mayor Bowser's meetings with council members. This was last month, and Councilman White, in his remarks, charges that the Rothschilds control the World Bank. Take a listen to this.
They do.
I guess
They
one of
do.
the things I'm in question about was that there's this whole concept with the Rothschilds control the World Bank, as we all know, infusing dollars into major cities. They really pretty much control the federal government. Now they have this concept called resilient cities, in which they are using their money and influence into local cities. How does this influence this? Because it's really about infrastructure and climate control. What does this have to do with UDC? Have they put money into UDC, or what's the relationship between the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers?
Now, we're baffled because nobody in that meeting seemed to object to the councilman's conspiracy theory back then. Mayor Bowser tonight is condemning the language. All of that conspiracy stuff has been proven bogus in the past many times.
Proven bogus. How is it bogus? How is it bogus, man? This is reality, man. They control the system. They control the Federal Reserve, which is privately owned. That's what they do. They demonize the truth. Romans 9:13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. The Most High hates Esau. The Most High, Yahweh, hates the Rothschilds, the Edomites, Esau. They're the oppressors of the world. When you read in Isaiah 14, it tells you Luciferians are going to fall from the heavenly seat and go down to the pits of hell, which is going to be slavery.